What up, class? What up, class? What up? What's up, family? My roundup family. I'm doing last minute today. Last minute. Last minute for you. Last minute. Wow. Last minute. I just want to share with you. I wanted to be able to share with you my crazy world. My crazy world. As I do, people hire me from all around the country. I'm so blessed to be able to pour into people's lives my little bit of experience here on the planet. And it's not even my thoughts, ideas, and philosophies. I have learned this from some giants in this business. Good God, Lonnie Scruggs, RIP, my brother, RIP. Lonnie Scruggs, Mike Cheatwood. Learned a lot from Ron LeGrand too, but I wanted to share with you. These are some numbers. I just got off a call. A lot of clients that hire me don't want to share their personal information or their business in public. For me, I don't care. I don't mind sharing. And if you had a question, I'm going to do a quick one. I literally just got off the consultation with a gentleman, trying to do a strategy plan for him. Golly, I mean, I could do consultations all day. Chris, you the man, dog. I love you. Chris, we're going to get together and do some stuff, dog. But this video here is just, wow. Jordan, what up? What up, dogs? I'm sorry. Let me focus. I just got off a consultation with a young gentleman doing some very good things. Before I forget, you know what? I'm not even going to ask you. Just subscribe. Where do I start? Class is in session. Here we go. Chris Haskins, realestateroundup.com. From time to time, people hire me all around the country to give them the little bit of experience that I have from learning from giants in this business. I have learned from some giants. This particular consultation, I wasn't able to go live because some clients that I deal with have private lives. They don't want to put all their business out in public, and that's cool. Not everybody's like me. I'm an open book. I just hit the button, go. Matter of fact, I can't wait to show you my most recent IRS audit. I'm just finishing up my second IRS audit. I'm going to bring that to you. Wait till you see this thick dossier, if you will, that the IRS sent me to look over my books. It's going to blow your mind. Don't forget, tomorrow I will be with my brother at around 12 o'clock. So the gentleman that I just got off the chat with, full-time real estate investor, solid guy, very prolific in his command of the English language. I really enjoyed talking to him, actually. Very aware, if you will, had empathy, had compassion, had, what's the other one? Empathy, compassion, third one. All right, what's my third one? I got three. Empathy, compassion. Oh yeah, and humility. Humility. You got to have those three. I'm doing a full training series on that. But this brother here has some private money. If you're just joining, I'm recapping a coaching session that I just had with a client. Didn't want to go live. I'm cool with that. I respect people's position and they're private in their lives. So he's got some private money that he uses. He's got about $250,000 in private money he uses to flip houses. Now, I know some of my family, welcome, my roundup family, you might be thinking, 250,000, that's a lot. And then depending on where you're at in the country, you might be saying 250,000, man, that's barely a down payment on a house. I know out in San Fran, in some parts of California, it's no money. But for him, it's actually doing quite well in the market that he's in. But he's paying his lenders, and we had a discussion today how he's going to what word can I use? Transform or transfer the interest rate that he's using, that he's paying his lenders now, to a more sustainable interest rate. And I believe this brother is world class, to be honest with you, because he's paying right now 32%. 32% on 250,000. 32% class. I want to just show you how much money. Let's just talk about, and I'm going to be out of here in about 5 minutes. I will take some quick questions before the kids run in and my wife, I got to be daddy daycare. If you're paying APR, which is annual percentage rate, if anybody out there is paying 32% on $250,000, let me show you what you're paying a year. Good God, I wish I could get anywhere close to that. So we got 250,000 times 0.32. The man's paying 80,000 a year. In interest. Now he is not. That money's not coming and going. He is giving his investors a flat interest rate. I know some of you are just screaming through the screen right now. 32%, good God. That means if how APR works, if you can get it, I want to narrow it down, boil it down to you real quick about what APR is. Just throw it on your brain. If you, in the financial world, if you've got $100,000 at 32%, at 32 APR, annual percentage rate, that means you're paying $32,000 a year. Money goes in years. Money works in years. That's how the financial world's set up. All right. So he's paying 32% a year on 250,000. That's roughly, he's got a medley of investors in here, but let's just say 32% APR is paying out. This is his expense. Or let's call it cost of money. I know some of you, as I was when he told me this, I'm like, man, I know there was only one guy that could walk on water. There's only one guy that could do that, but you're close. You're close with these numbers. I mean, brother, this dude is doing some serious things here. Hey, Louisiana. Is that, Sarah, you in Louisiana or Los Angeles? I don't know what that is. Zabrina. I love that name. I love names that start with a Z. Hey, Mr. Williams, what the deal? All right, I digress. Let me get back to my training so I can get you out of here and I can go have my salad. So, if you're just joining me, Chris Haskins, realestateroundup.com. I just finished a coaching session. From time to time, people hire me around the country to do consultations. And this one was today where a gentleman had some private financing, paying them 32% APR. So he's paying out roughly $80,000 a year in cost of the money. So our discussion was, how are we going to not divest, but transfer the interest rate that he's paying to these gentlemen at 32%. This needs to be down. He wants it to be down to 8%. So let's see what he would be paying. 250,000, Chris Monroe, at 8%. 20,000. This is so much more. This is so much more sustainable. At 8%, that's 20,000 per year, right? Per year, APR. Don't forget that. Go do some research on annual percentage rate. The only reason I know this stuff is because Lonnie Scruggs sat me down with back in the day, it was called a Texas Instrument Financial Calculator class. I'm sitting here pushing buttons, talking about future cost of money, the lost average of the yield. I mean, stuff that just blowing my mind. I'm so thankful, Lonnie. I hope you're looking down on the brother. I hope you're looking down on the brother. I'm passing on what you gave me. I'm pouring it. I'm pouring it. I'm serving. I'm trying to give you what I've learned before I leave this planet Earth. I'm trying to give you what I've learned. That's all. I'm pouring. I'm serving. I'm giving. All right. Why y'all get me off track? You get me off track. I got to stay on track here. So 8%. 250,000, that's 20,000 a month. Not a month. That is sustainable. 20,000 a year. I mean, even if he's making 200,000 I mean, even if you did, he's saying he's doing 8 to 10 flips a year. Let's break that down. I'm gonna break that down. Here he's got private lending. He said he does. Let's say he did 10 flips, 20,000. Well, yeah, 10 flips. Not all of them. 10 flips at 20K. What's that? 2 times 10. That's 200,000. I mean, just the magnitude of work to do 10 flips. The most I've ever done in my life is 5 at a time. I've had 5 houses at a time. You're doing 10, I promise you, your expenses, and that his expenses, just the cost of the money for the year was 80, right? His expenses are going to be close to 100 on payroll, contractor. I mean, good God, just the churn out that amount, and not all of them are going to be 20,000, right? Some might be 10, some might be 0, some might be 25, right? But just the cost of the money is 80,000. So this is not sustainable. So our strategy session today, get his lenders down to 8%. How is he going to do that? How is he going to get his lenders? Who in the world in their right mind would go from getting 32% APR to 8% APR? Now, this is outside of the realm of some of my family members. I know a lot of you are trying to get in and you're worried about wholesaling and flipping contracts and flipping houses and all that stuff. Please just take some time to get financially educated. That is one, if you know me at all, watch any of my past videos, my mission, my ministry, uplift your financial literacy through real estate, investing, entrepreneurship. So get some financial advice or some financial education, and we're here to help with that too. So 20,000, now you got 60,000. It's either back in your pocket or can go to paying down some of your rental properties. But the basis of our conversation was just to see how are we going to open up some dialogue with these lenders that have been receiving 32%. How on earth are we going to get these people? Right now, I mean, how could I even describe? This is Pluto. This is almost not even in the Milky Way galaxy, church. Now we got to reel in the lenders because you're like on the edge of leaving the galaxy with 32%. You are you're on Pluto, Mr. Lender. The conversation that he's going to have with these people, you're on Pluto, but you can't. I'm going to extremes with this training for you. So this is Pluto, 32%, because it's not sustainable. It's going to take Pluto, I don't know, 80 years for Earth's one orbit. I'm not quite sure. Any astronomers can help me out with that in the chat. But it takes Pluto so long to go around the sun, right? I'll be dead. I'll be dead by the time it goes around the sun one time. So I need to go around this sun on planet Earth, right? 8%. I thought it was a little high, but I think in his strategy of using some of the money for flips and using some of the money for rentals, I thought that was a cool strategy, actually. As long as the investors are secured by deeds of trust if he gets hit by a bus or struck by lightning. Class, if you're just joining me, just going over my notes from a session that we went through with another client. If you got some quick questions, I'll run them down before we get to dinner. All right, so how does he open up dialogue to these people that are on Pluto? They're floating around, they're chilling. And this gentleman was paying these 32% APR. That's right, 32% APR. And if you're watching, God bless you. I think what you're doing is a good job, but I think you're doing right. What he has done is created massive value for these lenders here that loan him this money. Massive value. That's what true entrepreneurs do. They create value out in the marketplace. That's what he did. He created something out of nothing. He's created value for other people. Repeat that. This gentleman has created massive value for other people. So in return, when he goes to talk to these individuals, he can say, listen, this is what I've done for you. So I kind of need to look at whether this is working for both of us. Only reason I'm in business is so I can feed my family and make my wife happy. She wants to go on the cruises and Disney World, and she wants to go to Africa and London, and the kids want to go to college. All of that. That's the only reason we're in business, right? So first thing we talked about was taxes. When you're talking to your lenders, even for myself, some of the money that we pay in interest, we want that to be tax, not only tax deferred, but tax free, right? So that's what a self-directed Roth IRA. So the conversation needs to go because his lenders, when they're receiving the money, they're having to pay taxes on it, right? I don't know what their tax bracket would be, but convert some of your lenders over to a self-directed Roth IRA. That way, not only is it tax deferred, it's tax free. The growth, so that money can come in and out to you, in and out, tax free. Right? You do not pay taxes on it after it's in. You pay taxes on it when you convert it over, and you won't even have to do that if you do it the right way. But for this consultation, these people already have capital, so they probably will have to pay taxes when they convert it to the self-directed. When you go sitting down with these people, you can show them that option. The second option we talked about was show them the profit and loss. So far, if you're paying 32% to anybody, I promise you're not making much money. It's just impossible. Now, you are showing and proving to the marketplace that you are a savvy investor. But when you meet with these lenders, he's going to show them the profit that they have made as opposed to the profit that he's made. So I advised him, I want to put his investors up here, and he's going to be somewhere down here regarding income. So their money's here, and he's like looking at them like, I'm throwing me a bone. All right, so you're going to show them how much money they made as opposed to how much he has made. All right. And when he's meeting with those people, show them what the competition is paying. Go out there, print out some of these documents, show what different interest rates people are paying for private money, whether it could be in the paper. And I don't know anything about that. Nothing do I know about stocks, bonds, mutual funds. This is not my thing. So show them what some of the alternatives are when you offer this 8%. And when you sit down with them, just say, hey, listen, Mr. Lender, I'm showing you where I paid you 32% and I've only made peanuts, no doubt. First questions I would ask them, what we talked about, we both agreed. What interest rate, when you see I'm not making any money, Mr. Lender, what interest rate do you think is fair for both of us that we can both make money? And just let them talk, let them go, let them just go on. And then you never know. I've had lenders tell me, listen, I don't want any more payments for the rest of the year. I've had lenders tell me we'll convert it down to a 4%, 5%. So you don't know until until you find out what it is, the long-term or short-term plans of your lenders. Let them answer you. We're here to serve. Tony Robbins said down at his UPW, Unleash the Power Within, when I went down there. I think the main theme, if I had to choose, was we are here to serve. Ronald Grant says, I'm here to work. I work for you. We are here to serve. So we're in business of having several bosses. I'm not the boss. All my tenants are my bosses, my contractors, my title companies, my attorney, all of them, well, except for the attorney, I take that back. They work for me. I'm their boss. Damn attorneys taking my money, not doing shit. I can't. God, I've been thinking about getting my attorney's license to my law, to going back to law school. I'm just sick of these attorneys ripping us off. Anybody do a thumbs up? If an attorney has ripped you off, give them $1,000, $2,000, and then they don't pick the phone up, give me a thumbs up. Good God, they're probably gonna break the internet with that one. Damn attorneys. I remember one time I paid a guy $2,000, wouldn't pick the phone up, so I had a friend call the attorney. What'd he do? The attorney picked the phone up on the first ring. Hey, can I help you? They're looking for that new money. I can't stand it. These attorneys there. I'm sure there's some good ones out there. I haven't met them yet. I haven't met them yet. Okay, so show them the profit and loss, how much money you're not making, and then ask them, Mr. Lender, what will be a fair interest rate so we can keep this thing sustainable? Because 32%, I promise you, ain't sustainable for any business. Even if he had no expenses, I mean, you're still paying out. Every dollar you're getting in, you're paying out 32% for the year. It's just a little bit too rough. Okay, that's my recap on the consultation that we had today with another investor. And this guy, world-class attitude, has a good command of the English language. We got compassion, empathy, humility, has it all. Family man, very good. I think he'll do well, and I'll bring you up to speed on that. Any questions y'all want to go over about the? I wish I could have had it live, but I wasn't able to do that. Roundup family. Thank you for joining me. I'm gonna do some quick questions, and I'm out. Ken Jefferson, what up? Time value of money. You talking my language. Good Lord. I so wish I would have understood financing at the same time while I was learning to be a real estate master. Because the financing is actually more important than the damn real estate. If you're I tell my clients, if you got, let's do this. I'm done with this training. Financing is so important. Let's say you bought a house, $50,000 house, right? $50,000 house, and your financing was 100%. You bought it. You had no out of pocket money, but you're paying 15% interest rate. Hold on. What's a good example? I know what. I know what it is. It's not a good one. About $1 million house, right? Let's say you bought $1 million house. I just did this with one of my clients, Matt. $1 million house, right? You borrowed all $1 million of it, but that financing was at 0.5%, and you only had to pay it every 5 years. Or let's say you bought a $50,000 house. Financing was 25%. You got to pay it every 6 months. Do you see how important? Do you see how crucial, how deathly important it is? With this $1 million, I can go out here and flip. I can go. Let's just not even say we bought a house. Let's just say somebody gave us this money. I can flip this $1 million, right? And I don't have to pay the interest every 5 years. I can go flip it so many times, but on 50,000, I got to make sure I'm paying out this 25% every month, right? So it doesn't matter the amount you borrow. It doesn't matter. It's how you borrow it. Financing. I'm going to get back to my house analogy. If you bought a house for $1 million, but I don't have to pay interest rate on interest, or I even told a client, what if I don't have to pay interest on it every 10 years? I can just save up my money and make sure I got that interest payment. But the stress comes in. Well, let's just say here, if you got to pay every month, it's every month. It's not a lot of money, but let's see. So this comes up 50,000 times 0.25 divided by 2. So you're paying this for $50,000. A 6% APR. I know this is boring, but this is money. This is how money works. $50,000 at 25% APR. That equals $6,000 every 6 months. But hold up, we'll do every month, right? So that's $50,000 times 2.5 divided by 12. That's 1,041 every month. So that's every month you got 1,041. Right? I'm not even gonna do what this is, but I'm over exaggerate, overemphasize the importance. Killer financing. When you got money coming out every month, that's 12,000 a year. You got, you want to set the financing up that's favorable for you. All right, let me do just some quick questions, and I'm gizzy. Chris, thank you for supporting, brother. I saw you rocking it earlier today. Some dude was dogging me out yesterday. Zarina. I love that name. That's cool. Sarah, watching. Is that LA or Louisiana? You didn't tell. Oh, you're in wholesaling into Ohio. Yeah. I'm seeing people getting to Ohio. I had several people doing stuff up there. The property values are so low. Jesse, you greatly appreciate. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to serve. You're in Los Angeles. Yeah, your dollar ain't going far out there, Sarah. Your dollar, shit. I don't know. Your dollar ain't going far at all. At all. Melinda, Happy New Year. Yes. Novak. What up, dog? Novak. What else we got? Time. Kenneth Jefferson. Yes, you understand the time value of money. $1 today. I like to use the analogy regarding the time value of money. I learned from my boy Eddie Speed. I went to his note school. Eddie Speed says, let's think about if we went to Walmart and we filled up a grocery cart full of groceries back in 1975. Would you be able to get those same groceries in 2020? Everybody knows the answer is no, because the time value of money is going down. Money is what we have to recognize is money is at its most valuable point today. There's the only thing we can do the dollar today, because tomorrow it will be worth less. Just like yesterday, it was worth more. And we have to just remember this stuff. If I can do it forward and back. See if you can do that forward and backward. We have to remember this stuff when we think about financing in real estate and setting up our financing. So the time value of money, the dollar is the most strongest. Is that right? The most strongest today. The most strongest today. Your dollar is worth the most today. You can't get any more value out of it because tomorrow, the way stagnation or the stagflation, the way it works is the value of paper goes down every day. If you don't believe me, just look at the prices of real estate. You saw my last video when I talked about your financial future. Cost of real estate houses is going upwards of $300,000 on the average house in America, where our incomes are stagflated at $50,000 throughout the whole country. I choose not to participate in that system, and I hope you do too. Ken, you talk time value of money. You must have all these birds lined up. Yeah, Brian, the guy was sharp. Sharp dude. Hey, you in LA. What's up, Jackson? You in the 210, Brian. You must be out there in the dirty South. Oh, that's the I-20. You'd like to learn about rehab and wholesale purchase, Ed. Shoot me an email. What type of training you'd like to know. I'm going to start segueing over to some more business stuff too, because real estate is just one business. Make sure you guys please give me a like in the description over there. Chris, you're still here. Okay, hold on. Chris, I'm going to get to you in a minute. Let me go back over here. Melinda. Yeah, people out in LA, what up? I'm glad to be able to serve. Attorney attempted to get me for that 500. Yeah, there you go, Chris. I'm glad you said I can see your face now. Nope. Nope. I got my documents, player. You know what's weird? Chris, if you watched any of my broadcasts, I've had clients all around the country attempt to do some of these subject to deals that you just did flawlessly, no doubt. Some attorneys, even in my town, some attorneys and title companies will not do subject to. I think it is the biggest misconception in our industry that you have to pay off a person's loan to be able to buy the house. So if you want to subscribe to that, that's fine. I mean, I'm not mad either way. It's not good or bad. It's just not what I think is smart. KC, what up? What up? Do I have a private money course? Yes. I'll send you the link. I mean, you can go to, if you want my private, all I have, Robert, is my prospectus. I have a private lending prospectus. It's 31 pages. Matter of fact, I sell it for $250. I'll lower the price, $97 to the end of the day. If you want my private lending prospectus, you got to have a private lending prospectus. What I'll do is, let me go lower the price on this thing. I'll do that. I didn't even plan on doing this craziness. I'll go lower the price on my private lending prospectus to $97, just because you took the time to hang out with your boy. Hang out with your boy. I'm gonna put a link here. Y'all know all I got is PayPal now. I got a web guy working on getting me something that's real sexy. I'm going to give you my full private lending prospectus. It's 31 pages. Shows exactly how we borrow money from people. You got to have it. If you don't, you're done. I mean, if you don't have a private lending prospectus, what are you going to do if someone says they have 100, 200, 300,000, they want to loan you, and you're going to sit down and just at the table and just talk? It doesn't work. You need to have something in writing, something that tells your lender or the people with money, I'm serious. I took time to do my research, do my magical marketing, pour into myself to be a savvy borrower. Money is everywhere. Money is everywhere, class. I wish I could tell you how many times I've been approached and people just tell me if I only had the money, if I had 25% every time somebody told me, Chris, all I need is the money. It doesn't work like that. You have yourself together and then the money will show up. All right, let me change the price on here. 97 bucks just for the day. I'll change it to $97 just for the day. All right, the soldiers have arrived. So I will give you, this is going to be a 60% discount. You get a 60% discount if you get it today. I will email you my private lending prospectus. It is in a PowerPoint. It is in a PowerPoint format. Here, I'll put it here. Let me edit this video. I'll put it in the video description so you can get it. That's a good question. Whoever asked that one. Hey, Till. You got homework? Oh, I love homework, don't I? Get my private. Oh, somebody ate. Yeah, somebody ate something. Oh, they already went out? No, they got to go out. What should I do again? Hey, babe. Somebody sick? He just pooped on the jump, but he did. She did poop on the jump. Who did? Really on this? You on your thing? Come on. Hey, what are you doing? My beautiful wife is here. You on your thing? Mm-hmm. Oh. I just happened to do one real quick. I didn't even just. Okay, class. So you can go to the. If you refresh. Take the dogs off. You can say hello. Video. There you go. I don't even have the video. There you go. Hey, Bubba.
Hi. Who are you talking to?
Who else was I talking to? I don't even know. You can say hello, Bubba. I was talking to private lending prospectus. Oh, Robert. By the way, what is a private lending prospectus? Robert, I'm so glad you're being transparent and you're asking questions that great questions. A lot of you can say hello, hurry up. You can take the dog out. Robert, I'll get to that in a minute.
Hi.
Who that?
This is Missy.
Y'all don't know I've been in the entertainment business since I was 6th grade. Robert, the private lending prospectus, the presentation that you better have when you sit down with somebody that's going to loan you some money. All right. Roberto, I agree. Financing is everything. That's how the Rothschilds, that's right. They're ruling the world with that crap. Well, see, Roberto, only thing about those big companies, they lend with derivatives. So for every dollar they have, they can lend out a derivative of 9. So they can lend out $9 for every one that they have. It's not fair. You and me got to go work for it. So I'll put, if you look at the video description, that's going to be the video description will have the PayPal link. And I'll put it here too. Here's my private lending perspective. You good, man? They can't hear you. Put it there too. All right, a few more minutes and I'm gone. Robert, also, what could I do to get a POF enough for multifamily anywhere? I want them dogs outside today. You know the drill?
They go walk.
What's wrong with them? Dogs pooping up my multifamily deal. Robert, I gotta get a POF for a multifamily deal for 1.13 million. This asking is trying to put in multi offers. Robert, just email me and we'll help you get a proof of funds better. I had a question for you, but I'm scrubbing an absentee owner list and listening to you. Marble grass, I can't help you. Beezer, if borrowing money for your first wholesale deal, I don't know why you would have to do that. Should that money be from their IRA, or should they just give you the money to the title company? Should it be from their IRA? If they have one, or should they just give the title company the money? Beezer, if you're doing a wholesale deal, you shouldn't be borrowing anything. All you're doing is taking a contract, right, and selling that contract. You don't have to borrow nothing. You don't got to do none of that stuff. So I'm not quite sure I understand that one. But if you're borrowing money from a lender, it needs to go right to the title company. I don't want you touching that money. Even if it's in the IRA, they can wire it or send a check to the title company or the attorney. Eddie Beans, you don't get paid till tomorrow. What they got to do? I don't understand that one. That's, you know what? Let me talk on that for a minute. Eddie, I want you to be on the when we talk about the cash flow quadrant. Eddie, you sound like you're right here. Always self-employed business owner investor. So I want to move you over here because the cash flows. This is how money works. Flows like this from employees over to business owners and investors. The good thing about real estate lives right here. That's my little house. Real estate lives right in the middle of being a business owner and an investor. You get to write off all the expenses like a business. You get to invest, get the cash flow, or invert. Let's turn it around. You get to write off. Yeah, business writes off the expenses, and being an investor, you get the cash flow. You're investing in it. You get some of that APR, Robert, the prospectus is nothing but a presentation you have when you meet with your prospective lenders. Every stock IPO has one. So we need to get you out of the mindset of, I'm not saying this is you, could be or anybody watching. Amateurs, they don't have stuff together. Professionals, they got a prospectus ready, and they know exactly what a prospectus is. Isaac, I don't know what that is, but since it's on sale, thank you, Isaac. Bridget, hey Chris, appreciate the offer. You can invest in it, it's up to you. Beezer, yes, my collar is, yeah, my wife doesn't mind. You never said nothing about my collar, babe.
I like your collar.
Let me tell you what my wife really enjoys. The monthly deposits from the rental, the lease options that go into the accounts. I promise you, that's what she really likes. But thank you for the compliment. Oh my goodness, some more. I gotta learn how to do this thing better. Class, bear with me. I'm trying to. Beezer. Those dogs had a field day in the kitchen today, didn't they? Isaac. Ashley, do you have any advice on accessing the MLS without a realtor? Off the record, I would have a realtor in my pocket. You know, I don't want to put myself out there, but so much. But we have ways, but you need to have a good relationship with a realtor or become a realtor. Because yes, you need to have access to those comps. But we have, if you want, Ashley, if you want to email me outside of this form, I will tell you how we get access to the MLS. And you could just meet a realtor and you either give them a monthly fee. It all comes down to money. Most realtors will work with you if you're willing to pay them. Realtors are free. Go meet some. There you go, Isaac. That's all I'm saying. You can meet some. You know, Princess, we need to start focusing on hair braiding for kids. A. Beezer wants to know. This is the second person to ask me where our kids get their hair braided from this week. Beezer, they have a lady in town. Their hair is kind of looking bustito today, but it's going to get done tomorrow. Ashley, I have a really that I work with. What's a really? I'm hoping you're saying realtor and not a realtor. Oh God, pass me that knife. Next time I hear someone say realtor, God, realtor. She moves slow, yeah, because you ain't paying her, Ashley. Talk about that paper. Realtor, okay. Isaac, do some research on finding realtors. Yeah, Ashley, go to your local RIA. Realtors hanging around there every day. Janine, Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Anybody that gets the prospectus, I will email it. I can't do it right now because I'm working. I'm on stage right now, but I will email it to you by the end of the evening. Isaac. Janine, thank you for that good word on my beautiful daughters. They are something. Carrie, yes, I will email you the prospectus this evening after we do homework and have dinner. Ashley, any advice working for a realtor to get comps? Yeah, pay them. Give them $100 a month. Or go to RealQuest. If you're one of my clients, we'll give you access to RealQuest. You can pull your comps right there, like that also, Ashley. Ashley blowing me up. Oh, email, it's right there in the just scroll up, you can get it. My email address is here. Chris Batt's house. I'm just teaching. I did a coaching session earlier. The gentleman hired me. Oh, my bad. My bad, Duke.
Stop interrupting the video.
She all right. Angela, I was considering becoming a realtor. That's fine. But I was told that I could change, that it would change my passive income to active for taxes. I don't know about that. Passive, that shouldn't. Being a realtor is active, not passive. Yes. Celeste, hey, what up? When I got my collar pop, you know it's going to be on fire. Sandrika, all right. You sent me an email, cool. Okay, I'm done. Class, my final statements, my finishing statements today. Bubba, what are you doing? Finish statements. Don't be scared. I'm noticing people that hire me, not the guy today, but don't be scared. Work. Ron LeGrand, when I was hanging out with him last month, he says, I'm born. I wake up to work. I love to work. I live to work. Work is what we do. We work, AKA we serve. So right now, you're allowing me to serve you. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm working for you. I wish, matter of fact, I'm probably going to have a camera guy just hanging out with me all day eventually this year. Because I went to a house that caught on fire today, and I can't wait to show you this one. Went to a house, Princess of the Jones. No, it was a burnout. I mean, the entire house was black smoke. I mean,
And they trying to sell it?
yeah, it was condemned.
That's a stupid idea.
They want to sell it to me. All right, class, I'm gone. My private lending prospectus will be. Cut that foolishness off. Get your homework out. Let's go. Homework time, bro. Class, remember you're only one lead away from your next house. Please give me a thumbs up in the category over there. Share this content and comment on what kind of trainings you want me to do. I think what's really working now is the strategy sessions and consultations that I can do live. It really helps me not only think of what I can do better for other people, but it helps me learn the direction and the trajectory of most people's careers. Okay, Chris Haskins. Almost forgot. Subscribe to my channel. What's wrong? I see you tomorrow at 12 with my brother. Peace. I'm done. People, they got me working all day.